of you back by a bird!
Welcome everybody, I am Shimmer and welcome to the den, and I have something really spectacular to share with you today. This is Hasbro's Lightning Collection Lord Zedd helmet. Just look at this thing. Honestly, now I got this as a Christmas present, and obviously that's why there's no unboxing today, but we have a review, and this thing is just amazing. Don't get me wrong, them cosplayers out there and 3D models out there, I have seen some really nice Zedd helmets, but this, honestly, paint job, visor, top is like squishy. So for everyone or anyone who doesn't know, you really should by now, and massive spoilers ahead, Lord Zedd was introduced to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers near season 2, 1994 and 1995. Now the whole reason Lord Zedd was introduced, as you know, or if you don't, Saban used Super Sentai footage and adapted it to create Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Over the years, they used the Super Sentai footage, and they only had so much footage they could use before they inevitably started to run out. So they brought this handsome man into the show, and my gosh, he had some presents. Now back in season 2 of the early 90s, we did not get a origin story of Lord Zedd, but, huge spoiler warning, Boom Studio Comics actually explored the origin story of this handsome chap. Within the origin story, Lord Zedd is originally from Altar. Yes, the same place Zordon is from. In the comics, he is classed as Legendary Supreme Guardian, and his name was Zolfram. Now, you're probably wondering, how could this handsome chap be any more handsomer? Handsome? Gorgeous. Well, according to the origin stories that Boom Studio Comics did, as I previously said, Altarian? He's from Altar. He used to fight along Zordon and keep peace within the universe, fighting off any evil that would come forward, but unfortunately, the Council of Altar held him back. There was a lot of to and fro, and they basically had one of his arms held up behind his back, basically telling him, no, this is not how we do things. At the time, the Zeo Crystals were on Altar. Zolfram actually approached the Zeo Crystals and tapped them ever so slightly, which severely disfigured poor Altorian. But enough about the Boom Studio Comics. We are here for this crazy delightful thing. Just look at it. Look how chromy it is. Now, don't get me wrong, there is quite a lot of finger marks on this. They should have introduced them white gloves to handle this thing, because it's absolutely outstanding. It does come with a lovely set of instructions. They're quite easy to follow. It goes over the batteries, which aren't included. It does tell you what kind of batteries you do need, which are AA batteries, all 3 of them. On the back of the helmet where the chrome is and you have the slight spinal column, you can actually remove that plate. No problem at all. Getting into the batteries though can be a bit of a fiddle, you need a posi head screwdriver. For those who don't know, that's the diamond shaped one. And you can just remove that backing, insert the batteries in, and just close it all up. The only little issue I have with assembling this whole thing was trying to get the back in without snapping the clips. Apart from that, if you're careful with it, you're gonna get it in pretty easily. As you can see, you also have the head strap. Now the head strap is detachable. You can actually take it out by just removing the clips from either side of the helmet, and you can put it on your head and just adjust the straps to make sure they fit your noggin pretty nicely. And it's just a case of popping it back in, and then away you go. Now for this piece here, I'm going to refer it as the hood ornament, because that's kind of what it. Trying to put this into place just where the speaker is, it can be a little bit of a fiddle. Again, you can notch it into place on one side, but the pegs do have a bit of give, so I would suggest just lightly pushing them in and they'll just slot into place. No problem at all. And then you have the voice changing feature. The way this works, you just press the button at the bottom. And away you go. Now don't get me wrong, I enjoy this quite a lot, but as far as the voice changer is concerned, it's not as close to the original. Which is a shame, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Now the interior of the helmet is very roomy, it's very comfortable. You can breathe without the visor fogging up. Let's be honest, I have a few different helmets that were 3D printed, nice size, but there was always the problem of the visor messing up. You don't get that with this, and I think that's a really good thing. Now if you do have this issue, which I don't really think that you will, if you know how to install fans in there, you've got plenty of space. But the detailing on this thing is just, yes! You just can't go wrong with this, absolutely not. Like the detailing on the chrome, on the armor, from the grill, I mean the grill, just look at the grill!
Cause I'm an island boy and I've been trying to...
Silence! I have spoken.
This is what I, in my own opinion, would honestly say is quite so accurate. Even his brain is squishy. Not the horrible type of squishy, but it's a pleasant type of squish. I think it's some kind of foam. I'm not 100% sure, but this thing is such a delight to have. And then there's the assembly of the stand. Now the stand is quite a decent size. You also get a nice MMPR logo right here. Very shiny indeed. It comes in 4 different parts. You have the base, the neck of the stand, and then you have the top of the stand, which balances out the helmet very nicely. But this thing is quite huge. I mean, you have all this extra room inside, and the chrome's just to die for. Seriously, like, when I opened this on Christmas Day, I kind of lost my shit. But it is a wonderful thing to have. I have used this in another video for a little skit. If you haven't seen that, I will link that here. But honestly, I think after a while handling this, you are gonna have to get the polish out and give it a damn good clean. But the detailing on this thing is just, it's next to none. It really is. Like, you're not gonna get anything else like this. And I do believe when Saban and Disney had the rights to Power Rangers, they never did anything like this. And I do also believe this is the first villain wearable helmet that has ever. Now, if you were to get this, you can actually find it on a few different websites. I will link them down below also. The price range, you're looking anywhere between 60 to a potential £100, depending on where you get it from. I'm going to attempt to try and use the voice changer. Oh, bit of a crackle, but it's okay. Now, I know you probably can't understand me, so I'm going to just switch this thing off. So yes, I mean, it's quite comfortable. It has a bit of a rock to it. Now, if you have a massive dome like I do, I tell you this right now, this has plenty of space. I can even fit my hand in here. That's how much space I have. And as I was saying earlier, you can definitely get a fan in here. Possibly have it at the top or at the front, or maybe at the back, because there is just like plenty of room. Now, I don't know if you can see this, there is a steam that comes down, and I imagine that you're not meant to, but you can possibly detach the whole thing and then the top would come off as well. I wouldn't do that, just in case you don't know what you're doing. If you do, then fair enough. But this thing is so spacious, like it's ridiculously spacious. The visor I can see clear as day. I really wish, like as it was in the show, when Zedd got severely angry, his visor would light up red. Or even when he was using his zoom vision to look down on the teenagers with attitude, just like the outline of the visor would light up. Now that is something you could do. You could modify this to make that happen. That's probably something I would look at possibly later on down the line. In all truth, this thing is amazing. Now, if you are into cosplay, like I am, and if you have the general knowledge and know-how, you could possibly do the rest of Zedd's whole suit. Even his staff. Speaking of Power Rangers and the Lightning Collection, now this I got from a friend. It is a cast from a friend in America. I did quite a lot of work on it, and this is the red MMPR helmet. It's a 1:1 scale, and apparently this was from the 25th anniversary. Still currently working on it. I do have other things that I am dedicated to, and I do have other helmets as well. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll probably do a little something about these things. I would honestly say this would be worth getting. If you don't get it sooner rather than later, then you're gonna miss out, and nobody wants that, right? So if I was you, I would definitely go check out the links in the description and nab one of these before prices get out of control. Well, in all honesty, if I was to give this handsome chap a score, I would definitely give this solid thing a 5. You can have hours of fun scaring the crap out of your parents, but I don't have a bad word to say about this helmet right here. It's amazing. I give it the score of 5. I'm pretty satisfied with this. But if you're not already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I say this, you're gonna enjoy what's coming.
of. It is time to finish off the